Welcome back to Biblical Receipts Podcast. And throughout the centuries, humans have not really changed as far as their attitude goes, their disposition. Technology has. Many things have changed for that matter. But human disposition, human attitude, human behavior, not much has changed. Oh, it's grown progressively worse, though. That's a fact. Even back in Jesus' day, I mean, you can see by here, by the thumbnail. Give us Barabbas. Now, many of you probably have never read the Bible or have never read this portion of the Bible when Jesus was brought up for charges according to Jewish tradition, brought up to the courts, and a looked at him as a criminal, okay, worthy of death, simply by saying he was God's son. Hadn't committed any type or broken any type of laws according to the rules and laws of that his day. None whatsoever. So it was customary for in Jewish tradition during the Passover that they were the government or whoever were to release someone into their custody or release someone. You had Jesus on one hand, Barabbas on the other, who was a known robber, a crook, a felon. They wanted to release him for whatever reason. Well, we know the reason. They just simply hated Jesus. Now, we look at our situation today, how it parallels. We've got individuals who have committed a lot of different crimes. Okay? Plain and simple. But it seems like the vast majority of humans don't care. They admire these types of people and get offended and upset when they're brought to justice. Or if they were freed or acquitted, but were known to have committed the crime. That's the world we live in. Nothing really has changed. Let's go back and just check out the scripture here, John 18:38, 39 and 40. I'm sorry. This is where, this is the situation that was happening with Jesus uh, when he was on trial. Okay. It says, but ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Talking about Jesus. And then in 40, they said, then cried they all again, saying, not this man, but Barabbas. Now, Barabbas was a robber. That's the type of person Barabbas was. He was a crook, known to them all. But they wanted Barabbas released. Here, Jesus was a perfect man, committed no sins whatsoever, of course, no crimes, but they preferred this known crook to be released. What's the difference between then and now? Nothing. There's nothing. Nothing has changed. The names have been changed to protect the guilty, I guess. But the attitudes, the disposition, the behavior, it has grown progressively worse. And newsflash, it's going to get even worse than it is today. Yeah. That's why very soon God is going to bring an end to this nonsense abruptly. It's going to be an abrupt end, as if, boom, a bomb explodes out of nothing. And it's going to catch a lot of people off guard and by surprise. Well, it won't catch his people off guard or by surprise because we know what's going to happen. We know how it's going to end. We know what's going to transpire all along the way, because God has never left his people in the lurch, has never left his people uninformed and unaware of what's going to take place. Yep. False religion, human governments, corrupt businesses around the earth, they're all going to be destroyed, brought to an end. And the people are going to be lost, looking for hope and answers. But there will be none. That's going to happen very soon. It's going to be the darkest time in human history. It's going to be far worse than you can ever imagine it's going to be. That's a fact. But I'll give you a hint into what's going to kick that off. Now, it's obvious that everyone knows how religion has been playing a part in the government, in politics, how they've been sticking their nose into everything, wanting to be a part of politics, trying to manipulate what goes on in the government. Yeah, and they've been doing that for centuries. And the government has allowed it. But very soon, the government, various governments around the earth, they're going to turn all of their power over to the UN. And this is going to be an unprecedented move. They're going to relinquish all their power to the United Nations, the world government. And once they do that, the UN, the United Nations, is going to abolish all religion on the planet. So they think. But there will be one remaining, one religion and one religion only, that's still going to be around. And when they realize this, they're going to try to attack this one religion, this one true religion. And when that happens, that's when God is going to act and wipe them out, all out. And all of those individuals that support them. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. Now, we all see how religion has been getting involved in politics. That's going to end very soon. You see, you're talking about a tax-free organization using all the funds that there have not been taxed in trying to manipulate government, using it for their own political uh, gain, how they've been living in the lap of luxury. That's going to end very soon. But right now, they're totally oblivious to what's taking place. God's people, however, we're sitting back watching things unfold, waiting for the shoe to drop. So, with that being said, I will see you in the next video.